Hi class. Today's lesson is Pythagoras' theorem. It is something that is a new concept to you guys, so make sure you pay attention. The other lesson we looked at right-angled triangles. Now I'm going to show you how to label them. So we're always going to label them like this. So the longest side, which is opposite the right angle, so this is the right angle opposite it, we always label with the letter C. And we label the other two shorter sides A and B, doesn't matter which one's which. So the longest side, which we've labelled as C, it has a fancy name, the hypotenuse, which is C. So the hypotenuse is the longest side, and it's always opposite the right angle. Alright, let's practice labeling these triangles here. So the first one here, I'm going to label the side that's C first. So I'm looking for the side that's opposite the right angle. So this is like the right angle. Opposite it is C here. And the other two sides I label as A and B. Okay, the next one. I'm looking for the side that's opposite the right angle. This is the right angle. Opposite it over here. So that makes this C. And the other two sides A and B. And the last one, I'm looking for the side opposite the right angle, which is over here, C, and the other two sides I label A and B. So what exactly is Pythagoras' theorem? Well, Pythagoras was a mathematician, and he lived in Greece from 580 to 501 BC, and his theorem will help us solve problems with right-angled triangles. Pythagoras' theorem is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. These are the steps to find the length of the hypotenuse, so the length of c. First of all, write the rule, which is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. The next step, we need to substitute in the values, so the values of a and b from the triangle, and then put it in the calculator. And the last step is to square root your answer. So just a reminder from last lesson about where to find the buttons on your calculator. So the squared button is here, and the square root button is this one here. So we've already done practice using these. Alright, let's do an example. So the first thing I need to do is label the triangle. So the longest side opposite the right angle over here, this is C. And that means the other two I'm going to label A and B. So I'm trying to find the length of C, the length of the hypotenuse. So I'm going to follow the steps. So the first thing I need to do is write the rule. So the rule is C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Next thing I need to do is I'm going to substitute in the values. So I don't know what C is, but I know A I've labelled as 3 and B is 4. Next, I put that in the calculator, so I type in 3 squared plus 4 squared, which equals 25. And the last step is I need to square root my answer. So the square root of 25, put that in the calculator, which equals 5. Okay, we'll try another example. So this is my triangle here. The first step is I need to label the sides. So opposite the right angle is the side that's C, and The other two I'm going to label A and B. Okay, so now I write the rule, which is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. The next thing I do is substitute in the values from the triangle. So I don't know what c is, I'm trying to figure that out. But a is 5 and b is 12. Next, I put that in the calculator, so I type in 5 squared plus 12 squared, which equals 169. And the last step is I do the square root. So I type in the calculator square root of 169, which equals 13. So the length of C, or the hypotenuse, is 13. Okay, last example. This one's upside down, but we followed the exact same steps. The first thing we're going to do is label the triangle. So the side opposite the right angle, the longest one, we label C. And the other two sides we're going to label A and B. Next step, I write the rule. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Next, I substitute in the values I've got. So we don't know what C is. A is 9 and B is 4. Then I type that into the calculator, 9 squared plus 4 squared, which equals 97. And the last step is I square root my answer, so I type in the calculator square root 97, which equals 9.85. So that's the length of the hypotenuse, or the side that's labelled C. Could you please complete the Pythagoras Theorem worksheet and submit it to my Panola?